I'm here with Inkie. He's one of the most original voices in looping and beatbox. Inkie's been a force in international loop station battles and pushed the art form so far the scene had to create a whole new producer category to match what he was doing. These days, he's part of the Swiss Beatbox crew, performing, teaching, and constantly experimenting. He's also been an integral part of the Loopy Pro scene since before it was even released. And true to form, he's been pushing the boundaries the whole time. Inkie, thank you so much for joining me. It's great to have you.
I appreciate you invited me. It's like, an honor to be here and talk with you, the legend himself.
You're too kind.
The person who like changed looping like for so many artists. It's insane.
Thank you.
I still like mind blown from what it can do. It's like, I don't know, iPad. I never was thinking I could use iPad for my music production. It's insane. And here I am with you.
That's so great. Yeah, I mean, it's been so fun to have you as part of the journey because, one of the reasons that Loopy does what it does is because of people like you who are, pushing.
Yeah, it's like a combination of minds. It's crazy.
Yeah. So you're as much to blame. So I want to take it back a bit. Can you give us a little bit of a like an origin story? How did you get into beatboxing and looping originally? What made you discover this art form and pursue it?
So originally, like when I was a pre-teenager, I think like a kid, like when I was 10, 7, something like that, I was a big fan of Police Academy, the movie, the Michael Winslow, when he was imitating stuff during this comedy movie. And I had this old cassette player, and there was a jack where you can connect the microphone, and the microphone was like very bad quality, like old one. It's like, muffled and like a phone speaker. Yeah. And I was trying to replicate Michael Winslow, but I didn't know what was the beatbox. And time passed, and I also been in love with drums. Always the favorite part of music to me was always drums, rhythms, grooves, and everything like that. And then I discovered FruityLoops when I was like maybe 12 or something. And I was just playing around because back in the days, I'm a dinosaur. There was no tutorials. There was no YouTube. So you can't go anywhere and learn anything about it. And I was like just, randomly pushing buttons to figure out what it does. And time passed and I still like in love with this, passion. And then I maybe at, 17, I got CDJs, Pioneer 3000, and I was DJing in parties with my friends, like local, not like, something big, just for fun, like underground rave or something like that, like for 50 people. And then I discovered, I think, video in 2006 or something like that. I don't remember which one was the first, Birdman with Nathan Flute, when he performed in Google Office, or Roxerloop's performance in Belgium, something like that. So one of these was the first or second. I don't remember the order. And I was like, whoa, what's that? I need to learn this. and I start to use this couple of videos because there was not much of a content around the internet because it was like 2006. YouTube just appeared and was all new, like fresh. And I was experimenting with sounds and I started to do something like that, and it starts to be like a bigger part of me. And back in the days, how I actually trained my whole beatbox, as I was working as IT technician, like a service engineer of a local internet provider, and I was like, if like a node, like a small server crashed, I go there and like fixed it somehow. I don't know, like with tools and everything. And I had different tickets across the area, and I was moving like by foot, like walking. And when I was strolling from task to task, I was constantly doing beatbox because I was tired listening music, always in the player with headphones. And I was like, yeah, I need to do something. And I was just beatboxing.
That must have made you popular with your colleagues.
No one knows that I've beatboxing. I never showed to anyone except online community. Back in the days, there was an application called Ventura. And I was spending a lot of time with co-beatboxers. Some of them still beatboxing, some of them not, And then I discovered Birdieman with his cow's pad setups. And I'm like, you can do that now?
Yeah.
And I was, because I was a teenager, my salary was not so big, and I was like, damn, I need this equipment. And I was saving money, and one day I discovered there also a Boss RC505. First one was RC30, and I was like not so impressed about it, but like in 2013 or 14, I don't remember, there was a 505 release. I'm like, okay, now I really need to get it. And I got it, I think in 2014, somewhere, in this date. And I started to experiment with looping. And before I started to use LoopStation, I already was like taking a quite high rank in Russian beatbox community for my skills. I think I was in national championship in 1 year. I took a 3rd place in solo beatboxing. And I was like always considered like a guy who invented strange sounds and something fresh no one doing, because it was my like kind of my part of my creativity when I'm trying to explore something new. And then I got a LoopStation and I was practicing with it. And in 2017, I think, I won a national championship in Russia, and I became a Russian champion with a Russian looping champion with Boss RC505. And then it starts to roll, because I've been qualified to World Championship, where every winner from every country can participate in each category, including looping. And because I was the national champ, I was qualified to perform in Berlin 2018. And turned out I took 2nd place in the world with my stuff. And I was actually very surprised.
It's always the way, isn't it?
That I got so far. Like, wow, that's impressive.
Yep.
And then I was qualified. I basically, after the World Championship, I got like some hype around me, and in 2018 I was qualified also to a Grand Beatbox battle organized by Swiss Beatbox in Switzerland. Unfortunately, I performed there not very well, but there was one song which I was not caring too much about it, and turned out this was the most insane performance of this night. It was the song called Keep It Strange. And when I was making it, I was trying to invent something no one doing. I've never seen someone doing. Because usually when you see, back in the days, when you see looping artists like beatboxer making something, they record something and it's still rolling, and they continue to record another layer, and you can hear it. I decided to go with different approach. I decided to record, and audience not able to hear what's happening. So I'm recording random sounds like and nothing happens. And when I press play, it's all come together, and it's like, huge surprise to everyone. And I still remember this moment to these days, because I was like a new guy around. No one me, like they saw me, but like not like I'm big, something big. And every artist I knew, and I was like inspired by beatboxers, looping beatboxers, like tag teams, everyone. After I performed this song, I went backstage and everyone was shaking me what I did. Like, this is insane. I remember to this day, like one of the greatest looping artists called MB14, he's in France. He actually came to me and was shaking me like that. Bro, what you've done, and shaking me like 2 minutes like that. And I'm not understanding what I've done.
Who have I offended?
Yeah. And after that, every like 10 minutes, everyone was coming to me and saying, was the insane. No one did this before. And I'm like, wow, that's cool. And then in 2019, I decided to take it to the next level. And I was thinking, okay, I did it like that in 2018. So what can I do in 2019 to get same kind of response? And I decided to get a second device because in 2019 on GBB 2019 they introduced a new set of rules where you can use additional gear. Of course, it must be pre-approved. And I like, okay, what can I have? And I started to do my research about devices. There was not so much actually to pick from, but my eye was on Line 6 Helix. It's a guitar pedal, it's actually a big one, heavy. And it's basically a multi-effects processor. And I started to look on the internet if someone ever used it for vocals or beatboxing. No one. And I'm like, damn, this costs so much. Should I get it? And I'm like, I'm not sure. I found only one unit in my city in St. Petersburg, demo unit where I can go and try. It was in a guitar shop. And I'm like, okay, I should go there. I came there and I'm like, yo guys, can I try this Line 6 Helix? Like, what is it? And they're looking at me. I don't have guitar to try with. I have only microphone. And like, they're looking at me like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, yeah, I just give it to me. I want to try something. And I connected a mic. And there was a speakers and this kind of place where you can try stuff is also public. So customers can come in, come out, they can look whatever happening there. And of course there's speakers. And I'm like, okay, I connected it and I was sitting like for, I don't know, maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hours, like doing like, and everyone across the store was like, what the hell is going on? What this guy doing?
Clean up on aisle 9.
And I'm like, well, I took care, guys. I need to test it because I need to figure out if it's usable. And it turned out I was like after this short time, like hour or so, I was like, yeah, I think I need to get it. And I ordered it on eBay, actually used one, not a new one because it was very expensive. And then it arrived and I started to compose my tracks. And when I been like 1 month of using it, I'm like, whoa, this stuff, if I will bring it to the stage in GBB 19, this will again change everything. And I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And yeah, I came to the stage in 2019, and immediately from my first track, it was like, whoa. And it was also whoa to me because I never performed this in a big stage because I was practicing to go there. And the sound quality was insane. I was also surprised. You know, was the moment when I started to perform my track. I was as much surprised as crowd was.
Wow, this guy's amazing.
I was not like about the guy amazing. I was like about the sound I'm getting from that. Because, you know, one thing is you practicing at home on small speakers or headphones and you can hear the bass. And another thing, when you hearing the same bass in a huge venue, I'm like, whoa, that's a big difference. And I think I remember I took third place there because there was a bit of controversial parts about it because how the device was working and the rules were not regulated about some parts was like controversial because the unit itself can produce with some tricks like a consistent sound. So when I trigger this, it's just consistent sound. There is no voice from me. So it's like a gray area, you know. And in one round, I was voted 5-0. So with judges, by judges. So 0 to me and 5 to other opponent. And this whole situation led me to take 3rd place. But I personally don't really care, because if you go to 3rd place, you're able to perform all your rounds you prepared for the battle. You know, because if you force, you just got eliminated in the middle, and the rest of material is not present to audience. I was happy with 3rd place because I know I can perform everything I prepared for so many years. Not years, months. And yeah, then I performed in a couple of other countries, China, France, and some other ones. And after this performance in 2019, everyone starts to buying Helix. Like everyone right now, nowadays, if you ask like any beatbox looping artist, what is your second device or additional device you're using to RC505, for example, it's Line 6 Helix. And even Dub Effects using it now. Yep. So yeah, it's kind of now a standard. And I was thinking, damn, I should have created affiliate link for that, because
yeah,
I would be so like, you know, having not rich, but passive income or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And same situation actually happened with the Launchpad, because after I performed in GBB 2019 with my second device, I was like, yeah, I need more controls, and I need something. And I discovered that at this moment, back in the days, only Launchpad had TRS to 5-pin MIDI output. Other MIDI devices was only Type-C or USB, and you can't use it with RC505 Mark I, only 5-pin MIDI. And Launchpad was the device of my choice. And then I started to experiment. Funny thing about it, that before I attended to World Championship in 2018, I already had experimented with different MIDI controllers, samplers connected to my loop station. So I disconnected everything from my loop station to participate in 2018 World Championship. Relearned everything because I restricted myself. And 2019, I went back again to connect everything and relearned again with the new devices and new gear. This is so strange, like path, you know?
Yeah.
And
I bet that's good for creativity, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And time goes, and I was considered by my audience and like beatbox fans like as an innovator and a geek in beatbox community, looping community. But I was just like, yeah, you know, I just like to press buttons and experiment. That's all I like to do.
There's got to be more to it than that. Like, what is it that makes you just push and try random crazy stuff? And not everyone is doing that.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's just a curiosity, like, because I noticed, like, in my, I'm 35 right now, I noticed that in my core creative decisions is just curiosity. What if I do something? And then I'm like, oh, I can do that. Cool. I need to save this in my mind. Oh, no, it's disaster. Just trash it away. This is like the most essential, I think, in my creative way to create something, you know. That's also why was kind of the guy with strange sounds in beatboxing, because I was trying to try something and then apply it. Oh, just forget it, you know. There was actually a great phrase from one of the greatest, I think, music producers, Mr. Bill, and he defined actually the creativity, this type of creativity. It's called reactive creativity. When you're not thinking about what you want to do, you're thinking, what if you do that and you get something, and then you react to this result. And this he called like reactive creativity. When you're not thinking, you're making and then reacting to what you made. So I think, this is the kind of cool definition of the way how you can approach something, you know? Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of there's this I don't know if it's ever actually been done, but the idea that like you throw your hat, as a private school kid, you'd have a hat, you'd throw it over a wall, and then you'd have to climb the wall to get over it. It kind of reminds me of that. That's like you're pushing so far beyond what's comfortable, and then you just like deal with whatever happens.
Exactly. Yeah. That's also a good description of that. And then, I actually don't remember who told me about Loopy Pro when it was before release and beta. Maybe it was Birdman. Maybe it was someone else. I don't really remember that. But
that was a long time ago now.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, what's that? I need to press more buttons.
Well, there's plenty of buttons to go around.
Yeah. And then I think I texted you or someone texted you about me. I don't remember how I got in contact with you. But I ended up in beta testers for Loopy Pro because I already had actually experience with RC505 MK2. I was also a beta tester for that, and some features in MK2 also implemented because of my suggestions, and it's making it a bit better. I hope so. But then I started to work on Loopy Pro, and I think after 1 year of using Loopy Pro, I sold my MK2. I sold my Helix, and I just using iPads now. Because actually, I was a bit disappointed with Mark II. When I was in beta testing, I was hyped. I wasn't, excited about it. But the amount of features they delivered, I learned them, and I was like, I studied them so quickly that I was like underwhelmed by that. And after like maybe 4 months of using it, I was like, it's cool, but I'm not inspired by it anymore. And I was thinking about different solutions, and then the perfect moment for Loopy Pro.
That's great. Yeah. What has it been like? Like coming to Loopy Pro from, being familiar with the RC505 and stuff, how has it changed what you can do?
That's actually a really great question. I was thinking you'll ask me this question. So, as I described, I was battling a lot, like not a lot, but preparing to big battles most of the time. It was taking like 80% of my creative flow to prepare for battles and beatbox events. And after I switched to Loopy Pro, I was still in this mindset that I need to follow some sort of rules. I need to follow some sort of patterns of how I create stuff. And I tried to replicate this workflow from 505 in Loopy Pro, but to make it a bit more bigger, to have some layers on top of this concept. And I think I was using it for, I don't know, like 1.5 years, like that. And there's also a good definition like compositional looping and freestyling looping. And I was making always compositional looping. Like I compose stuff and I'm using LoopStation or Loopy Pro as like, not like an instrument I'm playing, but as a surface where I'm storing different sets of actions. And when I'm composing, I'm memorizing this set of actions and I'm initiating them in different parts of the song where they're supposed to be. And I was still going in this, flow for a really long time, maybe for 1.5 years. And I was like, then, damn, I need to change something. I'm not interested in performing in battles anymore. And it's cool when you're doing some compositional stuff. But then if I'm performing live somewhere, doesn't matter if I'm recording my sound, my voice, like beatbox live, or I'm playing stems, which I also created from my voice. I'm like, this is an interesting question to myself, and I was thinking about it deeply, and I wrote this. I was in the process of making my album called Voice Source, and while I was making it, I took a decision. Inkie, you won't be making this album like traditional way when you perform it live. I mean, I won't go on stage and record each sample like and then making something. There's awkward silence before you initiate something, and it's like not so fluent. I was like, yeah, okay, I will use it Loopy Pro as a compositional looping tool to create my album. Then I will arrange it in Beatwig. This is my DAW of preference. And after I produced it, I will play it by stems. And that's when I decided to create a kind of from all stems of my album, one huge Giga project, which contains all my songs and all my songs separated by stems and by sections. So I can go at any track, at any section, and any stem in my track. And also, I can manipulate it with effects. Should I go to this project now? Or
yeah, why not? Yeah,
yeah.
Show us.
Okay, cool. So basically, this template is containing my songs from 1 to 20, and each page contain, as you can see, different layers. So my structure is always like that. Red one is always drums. Blue one is always some tonal stuff. Like kind of cyan is also additional tonal stuff. Purple is bass. And green is always some effects, additional layers, ad-libs, something random. And it's the same across all of my tracks here. So to play the track, I just need to press 1, and this is initiating section 1, and it's setting up the BPM of current track, because if I will go to page 2, the BPM is the same, but I want to perform next track. I press 1, and now my BPM changing to 125. Then I go to next one, 122, and so on. It's always the same across all songs here. So if I will press 1 on this one and press play, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Cool. So this is basically playing an intro of my song. Then I can switch, for example, to section 4. Sorry, 3. Now it's 4, then 5. And so on. And then I can go and switch to another song to show you some effects here happening. So if I will press play and try to manipulate some stuff here. So some effects like reverbs, and if I will go, for example, here. Wait. Yeah, changing the bass line. It's not very, deep effects, but it's giving some variety to live performance where I can tweak sound live.
Yeah.
And there is very basic. If you go to a mixer, there is not much stuff happening here. For vocal chains here, yeah, because I'm to perform vocals, I have some massive chains here. Not massive, but yeah. And the cool part, if I will go here to the end of the song, let's say here, I click press. I press 1 here. It's fading previous page into a new one. And I have like backup vocals here in case I don't want to sing live. I feel bad, throat, something like that. Sometimes it happens. And if I change something here, different parameters like that, I have this X button, which wipe all effects completely to default 0 position. And whatever I change, I can, create some strange effects here and there. I just, gone. And it's all actually made by the feature you implemented, the new one, to restore effects parameters. And what I've done there, I'm actually using this across of a lot of my templates.
Cool.
The first slot is always for me is a default 0 position for every effect. So by that, I always know that my X is wiping all effects to 0 and basically no effects. And it's like, default state, like a vanilla state. I don't know, you can name it different ways. If I will go, for example, here.
Hello, lost and unknown. Hello,
You see it fades into the next track.
Cool.
And then it fades in, increasing BPM, and I can go across all my tracks. And by that, I can play my set. If I want to have some fun, I know, for instance, that number 1 is triggering the BPM, but if I want to keep, let's say, these drums, right? And let's say I want to have bass from I don't know what will happen. I can have bass from different tracks of mine. And I can another element from another track.
So you can remix live.
Yeah, I can make a live mashup of my tracks. Live, and I don't need to worry about this stuff as I described it, when I need to record sample, to wait while I compose for the drop or for some different element. I have now opportunity to experiment live with my own compositions, and I think it's actually beneficial when you're like a proper musician performing live, because first of all, it eliminates, the thing when you can mess up with your tracks. And when you're making compositional looping and you record your samples live, like, and whatever, you have a really, really huge room to ruin the beginning of your song or middle of your song or whatever. You should spend so much time to make it like basically like a robot, like the machine initiating. So basically you're acting like a human sequencer, which I find like, why I need to do that? Like, why? I have this. Why I should be distracted from vibing, first of all, from my music, because if I'm not enjoying my music on stage, people will see it. No one will be enjoying it as well. They will see that I'm too much into the setup, that I'm not paying attention to crowd, not expressing my music with my movements or some crowd interaction like basic claps, raise your hands or whatever. It's taking so much, to make this all on a classic 505, way of performing.
Yeah, I find that really interesting, that tension between, doing everything live, but having it be entertaining for the audience, because often there is so much build up that you got to sit and wait.
Yeah, so that's why I came up with this concept. But the thing is, all these sounds on this album is still made from my voice, still made from my beatbox. There is no plugin involved, only samples from my voice. Of course, they're tweaked, manipulated in different ways. I can tell that this album I made, I think maybe 80% of my vocal samples was recorded into Loopy Pro and manipulated somehow, and then I recorded this audio record, not like transferring samples, audio record to my DAW, to a track, and then I did a post-production there, and in some parts I added like additional samples from my voice as well to complement the compositions, to make it rich and produced. So yeah, that's the thing about the Loopy Pro. I like that I can go anywhere, and I know my album is here. I don't need to learn, not learn, like, take so many rehearsals to memorize these actions where I need to play this part, where I need to record my kick, where I need to record my snare, head, like tune, whatever. I can spend more time on actual, for example, music writing, because album is done and like I'm writing another one. If I was with 505, let's say, I think to deliver really quality performance, I should be having rehearsals like at least once a week, at least, preferably 2 times a week. And imagine just having one album to keep in your performance library, like to be, like, how you say this, to be performed really, really well. I think you'll burn out really quickly because you'll be on repeat always. Yeah. And you just lose interest in your own music. Because I had this situation with some of my tracks, which I was playing on battle rounds with 505. I was hating them because I played them so much. I lose interest in them. I was like, I'm not excited anymore because it's constant repeat of these actions: press button, rotate knob, press button, blah, 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 blah. And I was just, bro, I just want to chill out.
Sounds like too much work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I decided to make this like stamp layer. But actually, it's like not far different from Ableton Live project when like people take their laptops, they perform in stamps from their songs. They're doing the same. They have bass loops, drum loops, vocal loops, everything, and they just manipulate in effects. So I didn't invent anything new. I invented something new for me. So I think this workflow is really good, and it's I think it's the best because I don't need to program any MIDI controller to make it during live performance, because it's a touch screen. Usually, if I know that I'm performing only my album on the venue, I just take in one iPad, no MIDI controllers, one audio interface, microphone, in-ear monitors, and that's it.
Wow,
because
that's not much.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's keep it all in your pocket.
This is so opposite to situation when I had a loop station. I need to pack this Helix, and to pack this Helix because it's heavy, and it's actually it's not very fragile, but still, like, equipment to perform music, and it's very expensive, should be secured. I had a kind of Pelican type of case, like a big one, and the case itself was 10 kilos. Then Helix, like 7 kilos, wires, mics. And so I was like, oh my days, I'm carrying like a caravan of music equipment somewhere, I don't know, in China, and you're like, oh, please kill me.
Gotta get your weight training in somehow.
Yeah, and then I saw one day I went outside the plane, and I was seeing the how you name this in English, the guys who carrying the luggage from plane, the workers,
baggage handlers.
Yeah. And I see my Pelican case just flying in the cart to deliver it to baggage belt. I'm like, shit.
That's a pelican.
Now?
They're supposed to fly. Wow.
Wow,
That's
this is actually a great joke. but I was so scared. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, that's.
But fortunately, it was okay. But yeah, after this, I came to a conclusion, damn, I'll just take iPad, audio interface, headphones, and microphone. I'm good to go.
Carry on.
Everything. Exactly. Carry on. I don't need luggage. It's so simple. And the sound quality is the best. It's really, really good.
Excellent.
So I can't complain about it. It's just pocketable, sound quality good. I also, if I have to change something, I just open my backpack and I'm like, oh, I can tweak on the plane, on a train, on a bus, anywhere. Just plug my headphones and change something, and that's it. Yeah. So it's a blessing to have such opportunity to not care too much about equipment, not care too much about this MIDI controllers or how you deeply attached to how you build your performance instead of like just having a vibe, as I explained you before. So yeah, it's changed a lot to me, and I'm still thinking I'm learning a lot in Loopy Pro, because some decisions I'm making here always surprising me. Why I never did this before, for example, why I was not using this and that. It's constantly evolving, and to my creative flow, like basically loving to tinker with something, it is perfect, because I can tinker with the iPad and I don't need to buy different equipment to try it, to see if it works or not. Because after I finished the battles in 2019, I started to try to assemble something new. I had different samplers from 1010 Music. It's actually a very good one. Like a small box where you can sample yourself, like basically a Koala sampler, but in a box, like a hardware. Then some samplers I think I got. Then I got oh my god, I remember this one, Poly and Squarp, Polytracker Squarp. Damn, I don't remember. So basically, this is a MIDI sequencer which can sequence control changes. And I was like going deep into, triggering different parameters on Helix, MK505, MK5. So basically, again, making a sequence of actions, but now just with a MIDI controller. And I was like, yeah, better to have just iPad and just swipe your fingers left and right, for example, and it just works perfectly.
That's great. I'm really interested to hear about, the performance side of things is fascinating. What about the creative side of things? Like you mentioned that while you were making Voice Source, that a lot of it was made in Loopy Pro. How does Loopy Pro affect your creative process when you're not performing, when you're not on stage?
Right now, currently, I'm developing a freestyle template, and it's actually a part of videos I'm releasing right now on YouTube. I actually decided to make these videos to learn myself to freestyle, because as I told you, I was always using compositional looping to make something, and I decided to shift to freestyle looping because I start to lose joy in this compositional stuff when you sit in there and trying, to figure out the one sound for 10 hours. And I like, okay, cool. I'm not having fun. And when you come into the point that you're not having fun, you start to question yourself, like, am I doing something right? Because I'm losing joy in my passion. So this is ringing a bell that something wrong. And that's why I decided to create a freestyle template and kind of freestyle machine. That's actually why you've seen two iPads here. And is it
I was
visible?
curious.
Yeah, it's not visible. My right touch. Maybe I can. Damn, it's on a tripod, so it's not movable. Damn, how I show it?
I can see a bit of it. Hey, there it is.
Yeah. This is my basically my drum pad, and that's part of my freestyle template. I will come back to it very quickly soon.
Oh.
Wait. Yes, like that. So yeah, that's why I'm having two iPads, drum pad, and keyboard. And I decided to make a template where I inserting all my knowledge I gathered during compositional looping with presets, with approach to different sounds in one big Giga template where it's all there. So all my brain going into one template, and then I don't need to spend time to figure out some stuff. I just fire something and it works. I still learn it, and I'm learning how to use it and how to play it, because it's very different from building something and then learning how to use it, because you must try what you're doing, and then after that you're giving yourself a feedback if it works or not. So it's like build, then test. Well, you're a developer, you know that. Yeah, build, test, fix, rebuild, and so on.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah, for exactly forever. And I think I can load this template right now. Let's see.
Oh, it's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! That's huge.
Wait. It's still loading. Okay.
Wow.
It's still loading.
Look at all those plugins. No wonder you need an advanced cooling system.
Okay, good.
There it is.
So basically, where do I start here? Okay, let's start from two iPads. How does it work? So basically, I'm having BOM network application here, and the iPads connected between each other via this app. This app acts as MIDI in or out over Wi-Fi network, and you can run it in the background, because I found this is the most reliable way to use this app to connect two iPads wirelessly. And you just go to Loopy here and here. I actually made an action here. This one, this icon. This is an iPad action which launch BOM network, and after that instantly Loopy Pro. But it's already started, so yeah. And now they're connected. This stuff, for example, if I will switch to controls some parts of some plugins of this iPad, and it's still, as you can see, the screen state is not fully occupied here. So I just made this section right now because I need to figure out what works, what is not with different plugins, and then I'm thinking what I would like to have to be quickly accessible. And then I'm like, okay, I need to make this dial here, for example, for waveform, for wet signal, dry wet, and so on and so on. And yeah, the most annoying part of it, because it's MIDI, I need to memorize every MIDI CC here. It's a part of tinkering. Yeah, but it is how it is.
It won't be this way forever, Inkie. I'm going to build a thing that will do this for you. It's just not in there yet.
I'm praying for you, Michael. Please bring it.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah. So this iPad is not very interesting because there's not so many things happening. This one on the left side is, I think, way more interesting. In a core principle, this section here, I did a big video, like 1 hour or so on my channel, explaining about my freestyle template for Loopy, and I'm explaining only this part because I decided, firstly, if I want to have freestyle machine to be flexible with something, the fundamental thing I need to have is looping, because without looping, well, there's nothing happening. And I decided to experiment with different things here and there. I also took inspiration from Birdie Man's template from TouchOS C. And you may see here some strange squares on each of the clip, and I will press here to see what it's doing. So basically, different gestures doing different things on certain clip. So swipe up, changing overdub feedback and retrospective record mode. Let's see how it works. Overdub feedback for 0 and retrospective feedback perform immediately. And that means that when I'm swiping up my finger on this clip, it's inserting the sound, right? And if I would swipe down, it's opposite here. It's overdubbing. And then if I would swipe left, it replace, peel, like making undo on certain clip. And swipe right is bringing back this layer. And this system is across all of these clips. And why I was thinking this way, because I was like, iPad and Loopy Pro has a gesture system, and somehow I need to implement it in my setup, because we are using mobile devices and we are already used to this, scroll up, scroll down, swipe left, right. So it's like already in somewhere in the back of our brain. And I came up to this idea because the native Loopy gesture system for one clip is not enough to me. I want to have more stuff, and I think gestures here. Yeah. So this clip mute itself, then swipe down, selecting this clip and making it solo and solo. So if something playing, I can solo one single clip just by swiping down, and then swipe left is just setting. So I will just demonstrate you quickly on a very basic example. 1 2 1 2. So if I will record something on let's say this measure 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 and another 1 4 5 6 7 8 5 6 7 8 5 6 7 8 5. Now this clip is solo. 8 5 6 unsolo 8 1 2 solo 3 4 5 unsolo 7 8 swipe up mute swipe up unmute. Then if I will, for example, pause this and record something on a purple. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. You see that I swipe down on my square to instantly place the recording on the clip. But if I will swipe left, I can undo this clip. Swipe right, I can redo, like bring back the layer I removed. And this works across all clips. So this gives a really like a flexible way of how you can record something or remove something, replace, different kind of variability. And I think it's really cool because I find myself, I memorized really quickly with these gestures, just, swiping left, right, up and down. It's very easy to do. And it's actually very easy to memorize. So it's like kind of shortcut to trigger your muscle memory, because as I said, with a mobile phone you already know how to do that. And
I guess it's like with any instrument too, like once you've got something that's consistent, you just yeah,
exactly, you're so right. And then I have this switches for retro or no retro recording with limit or unlimited. So it's actually the retrospective recording changed my looping completely. It's like, I don't know, it's the best invention in looping ever. It's like, I don't know what could be even better.
Cool.
because I'll explain. In classical looping, let's say you playing something like let's say I'm doing like let's play the metronome. I'm doing a beat like one measure, I failed, and then I'm starting again. When I know that my cycle is perfect, I just press or swipe one single clip, and it's instantly there. Because if I use a classical way of looping, like for example, like on 505 MT2, I hit record, I recording, I know I failed at some point. Oh, I need to erase clip, and I need to start record again, and it's like could be continuous cycle. If you're not feeling the groove or something, you failed 2-3 times. It's just disaster, because during live performance, that's it. You lose the moment. It's gone. But with retrospective recording, even if I failed, I still can continue doing something. And when last bar was good, I just tap. It's here. It's done. And then, for example, if I keep this layer playing, it's just there. And it's efficient. And that's why I'm thinking like the retrospective recording is the best thing ever, because 95% of the time with this template, with the freestyle, I'm using retrospective recording because it's so efficient, and it's actually giving you more room to freestyle, because you can just vibe, like doing different grooves, and then, okay, this groove is cool, I will record it. Boom, done. It's there. And then I wipe clip by just long swipe. It's I think it's a default. Yeah, it's a default action there.
Brilliant. Very freeing.
Yeah. So let's see another cool trick here about, I call it merge move action. So let's say I'm having some random beat, and then I'm having like some random melody. And as you can see, every time I stop or, not stop, like interact with a clip, it's automatically have been selected. It's made to be more quick. Like there is high chance if I recorded something, and there's a high chance I want to alter somehow this recording, right? So why I need to spend time to, for example, to create an action to select a clip, then after recording, and then do something with it. So it's automatically selected after I had an interaction with a clip. And then there is this kind of cross, like a D-pad from gamepad. Because this clip is selected, I can merge move it to another channel, and I can move it across different channels like that. And that is handy because, let's say on the bass channel, let's go to my effects page, and I will I don't know, I can move it to another channel. Let's say here will be, I don't know, reverb. So instead of routing the audio signal from cover to cover or channel to channel, I can just move the audio instead of rerouting something. Like that. And I think it's also quite efficient way to manipulate your sound in different ways, because on different channels I have different effects. For example, what if I want to use a reverb from my vocals on my bass, but I should go to create another instance of a plugin, create a preset, and then create some, I don't know, control surface elements for it. Separate instance, separates thingy, taking screen space, but I can just, swipe my sound across all these clips, and it just works.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun too.
Yeah. And let's say I'm having a hi-hat example here. So like I can, for example, speed it up. I can disable speed here. I can slow it down. I can multiply the size of a clip. I can divide the size of a clip. I can switch octaves. I can switch the groove with these elements. So first of all, normal speed. It's got swinged. There is, of course, because you made it.
The beat quantization.
yeah. There's a groove algorithm there. So you can basically access to most important parameters for your looping without effects, just looping here with all these buttons. So I was thinking like what should be exposed for to be quickly accessible. Also, there is a BPM selector here. It's just the most like kind of generic BPMs for different styles of music. And if I want a drum and bass, I go 174. If I want to go like mid tempo, I go 102. Maybe 94 with hip hop, and 144 for some heavy techno. And just with a click of a button. And then let's go for my Koala thingy here. I still use Koala for samples, not beatbox samples, just prepared samples. So this clip is specifically for Koala. It's working by MIDI, and it takes this drum pad. So simple, right? And I made why Rai is cool. You can create custom pages, and if I open Koala, I have A, B, C, D, and the structure is like that. My first row is always kicks, second row always snares, third row always closed hi-hats, fourth row sometimes open hi-hats, sometimes some percussion stuff, something random. And inside Array, I arranged 4 identical pages, but the difference between them is that this is different octaves. And because I have 4 different pages here, page 2 controls page B. Page here 3 controls C. And fourth one controls D. And why I decided to use Koala instead of native Loopy sampling, one-shot system. It's actually very good, but Koala sampler has option, to save your presets, and I can save certain palette of the sounds to a certain preset. So for example, I've been on techno right now, kind of classic one, but if I want to go different style, I can press funk, and what it's doing is just switching the preset inside of Koala, and it's following the same structure, A, B, C, D, kick, snare, hat, percussion. And by doing so, I can have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different presets. And inside of each preset, there is 4 pages of different samples. So it's quite a lot.
Yeah, never run out.
And cool part about it, I have enabled, let's say you go 102 BPM. I have enabled quantization, and if I'm completely drunk on my drum pads, which I kind of say that I'm not really good in finger drumming, and I'm like sometimes like that. If I would turn on the metronome, let's say like that, And I'll do simple beat. Automatically quantized, and I can make some drunken hi-hats. It's making some sort of kind of usable groove, you know.
Yeah.
If I will wipe it, for example, and start again with a. And then still usable, and it's a bit groovy.
Quite cool, actually. It's so laid back.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because sometimes these mistakes in finger drumming combined with quantization provides, like most of the time, really cool grooves. And it's a kind of cheat code, I know, but still creative cheat code, I think. Because it's MIDI, send it to Koala, I can change the style of these drums. And inside this preset, because I explained you that Koala spreading these one-shots across different octave, right? So by switching octave of this clip, I also inside this preset can switch to different set of drums. And then I can go, for example, to funk again. And then there is a break one, which assigned to have only kicks or like, you know, some sort of percussion, and then I can come back. So with this preset managing system inside Koala, it's even with 14 presets and all this octave shifting, like 4 pages, it's like covering really a lot of genres. So
it's
you can
such a wonderful playground too.
yeah. That's what was my goal. I want to have fun. I want to, you know, to be drunk on my drum pads and it still be like completely out of, you know, rhythm. But boom, it's cool now because there is a quantization.
When you are doing this freestyle looping, what is your process? You know, how do you build up a track? What is your, you know, the creative process that you go through?
Yeah, basically, I have presets for everything here. I can use my voice like to beatbox. I can use samples. I can play my voice across keyboard while sampling it. And I have like 4 different channels: drums, bass, mids, and vox. I currently only developed drums and bass. Bass is not completed yet. Still need to make mids and vox. So let's say I'm 110 BPM, I'm running the clock. I want to record, let's say, a vocal kick. And I have this section of, how you say this? A preset picker, preset randomizer. I don't really know how to describe it. So I can press on XY pad. Yeah, I can press on XY pad and do like a beatbox kick. And it will be recorded. I can wipe it and press on another section of XY pad to have another kick. Then I can press another section to have another kick. And the cool part about it, so if I would do, let's say, but I want to have like a hi-hat transient there, I can do it because it's overdubbing it. And then, well, actually, I don't really like this hi-hat transient, so I will undo, keep this kick, right? Then I have the same situation with snares. I can do something like, maybe layer another one, and maybe another one. right? Then I can go with same like root for hi-hats. Hi-hats I can keep like, okay, like that.
So what are
and
those
I
XY pads controlling there?
Yeah, so if I will go to the settings, X value, changing prepared presets for kick on Tornado. Y value, changing for same, presets for kicks for Phosphat and Saturn too. And basically, X and Y is all different samples, not samples, presets, which can be combined. For example, X could be combined with all Ys, or Y could be combined with all X's. That means I have quite a lot of variativity to record the drum sample on the kick. And because I'm a beatboxer, I can do different kicks from my voice as well. So it gives quite a lot of variations. And when I'm pressing the XY pad, it's enabling all these plugins. Then it's choosing the presets from all these plugins and initiating retrospective recording with a threshold record mode on this kick clip. Because if I will erase, actually I will keep this one, erase kick and press XY, nothing will happen. Only when I give a signal, it's being recorded. And then I have this sliders. I can change, for example, pitch. Oops. I recorded my voice. Wait. Yeah. And double tap, bring to default position. Same with all of them, then volume. And then I have these clips assigned to my drum pad. So let's do something simple. And when I press the button of my array, there's a special button to record all my drums here. Then they are triggered via MIDI clips. And then I can record, for example, hi-hats. Right, and then I usually love to go with this trick with doubling the speed of cymbals from my beatbox. So if I will go, first of all, I think I need to reduce a bit punchiness of the drums. Yeah, this open hi-hat has no sample here because I'm performing them usually live with the beatbox. So I can choose the preset. And then I love to speed it up to give like more like a percussive style. Or if I don't like this, I have a same concept for head generative percussive presets, I guess. So if I would just hold it. Different presets so I can record them. Or I can come back to this one. And it sounds already not very beatboxish. It sounds like already kind of as samples. I don't know, probably, yeah. It's not like as digital as you expect from samples, but still cool because I just use my voice to make all of this. And then usually I can go with a bass channel, let's say. I had recorded myself and my keyboard now has this sample and I can just click play and record the bass. And as you can hear, the effects already being applied here. It's on the second page. I will come back to the second page soon.
Can you show us how that works? The way that you just recorded your sample and now you're playing it back into that clip?
Yeah, sure.
That's really cool.
So I have a dedicated button here with a red circle emoji sign, and it's toggling SampleWiz record because I'm using SampleWiz as my to-go sampler, because it has ADSR, some built-in effects, arpeggiator, filter. It's all in one plugin. I know that Loopy can do it as well, but there's no ADSR, and I really missing this. I would love to see ADSR there, but
consider it done.
Should we turn this call in like a feature request call?
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, and it basically sends all my channels all together to the SampleWiz, because why it sends all of them, because I have pre-selected here which channel is muted and which is not, so I don't really care how many channels going there, because it's already specified on this section here. And it goes to SampleWiz. SampleWiz has a bug where the start of the sample always clicky, so I made an action which adjusts the playhead position after a finished record just a little bit, so it's not clicky. I will show you. By the way, most of them, all my widgets and buttons which corresponding to a plugin always responds to a swipe to open them, so I don't need to go to a mixer. I know by fact, it's like my default workflow. If I swipe on an icon which control like on-off plugin, I always can access quickly to a window of that plugin. So yeah, let's go to a SampleWiz and I will demonstrate it. So let's go to base channel. I will disable the playback here. And when I press on the button, as you can see, it did a record, then it shifted the playback position, and now it's just accessible to be played with my MIDI keyboard here. And it comes to the section here, which controlling the arpeggio or different styles here. So the keyboard means it's just a keyboard. I can play it. Arp. Playing the arp. Riff one, yeah, I not finished it yet. It's still in development. I want to make it to sound not like an arp, but it's with different song kind of starters, kind of, I don't know how to explain it, like, yes, song starters basically, I guess. I need to work on it because it's I feel it's not like fully there. But if we go to a keyboard, I can change the root note here. I can change the scale. It's a rate for arpeggio. I can change the octave. And yeah, that's how I'm playing samples. And that's actually leading me to I'm sorry, I'm being so chaotic with this, but I guess it's fine.
That's okay. The chaos never hurt anyone.
So because I'm jumping from element to element and there's so many stuff happening there. The Lumi Keys, I would like to talk about Lumi Keys because it was the biggest disappointment to get them and then biggest enjoyment to have them.
That's confusing.
Yeah, it is, because when I got them, first of all, I wanted to have something compact and like really portable. And Lumi Keys is the best for that. It's perfect. It's compactable. You can, detach them and fold them and whatever. But there is a massive flaw with them. If you have an iPad application for Lumi Keys. You can't control scale, root node. You can control with these two buttons only octave shifting, right? I can go up and down. Why it's not highlighted completely? Yeah, I cannot go only up and down. And that's all. That's all functionality of it. And I was like, what the hell? Why are you doing the product which supposed to be used, with iPad, like mobile device, and you can't do that? And I discovered to change the scale and root node, you should connect it to your PC or Mac, open native app, which controls this key, select it there, and now it's there. Now you disconnect it, connect to your iPad, and you're stuck with the selected, the lights corresponding to scale and root node. I'm like, why?
I hadn't really followed through.
So by their logic, if I'm having an iPad, each time I want to change the scale, I need to unplug, plug, change, plug back. Oh, I'm tired. I want to change again, and plug. This is I don't understand this logic.
On behalf of engineers the world over, I'm sorry.
and I was like, how I like it so much because it's like so tiny. I can use it like in the backpack, place it in a backpack, and it's with the highlights because I'm really bad key player. It's helping me to memorize notes visually. Damn, and I made by myself, not by myself, with ChatGPT, of course. I made this, where is it? Here, the Lumi SysEx messages library. Because I discovered that their native app on PC or Mac sending SysEx messages to Lumi keyboard to change this stuff. And of course, if you go to, not here. If you go to, let's say here, and choose to send a MIDI message in Loopy, you can send custom message, and it means you can send SysEx messages. I'm like, it's going to somewhere. And I analyzed by MIDI monitor the signals from the application coming to Lumi Keys to change different commands. Then I feed this data to ChatGPT and told him, yo, bro, give me a favor, make all SysEx messages for me to change color, to change octave, key, velocity, everything basically. And now I'm having this surface with different buttons which correspond to different messages. So I can. Why it's not working now? It's
because you're showing it to me.
Oh, wait.
There it goes.
The key shifting works. Why color is not working? Works. I was on different mode. Okay. So yeah, now I can do all the stuff they making happen in their native application inside Loopy. I can go, for example, to night mode. It's a rainbow one. I can go to single mode where I can change different colors to whatever I want, and change the scale with a click of a button. Then I assign this to a different dials, so I just scrolling through different scales, colors, or whatever. And I was like, oh, I like it now. I like it so much.
Good.
Because I was already thinking like, okay, if I can control the color of the keyboard, then I can, I'm creating, for example, preset for bass, and I can say when it's bass line on my keyboard is purple.
Yeah.
When it's vocals, my keyboard is blue.
That's very satisfying.
yeah, exactly. I was so happy after I discovered this. Of course, I spent a lot of time to manage that. And after that, I'm okay. Maybe I don't need to sell the keys or return them back because now it's actually usable.
It's had to write your own software for it in Loopy.
Basically, yeah, I made own software control surface inside Loopy to control Lumi Keys, and I'm surprised no one made an app on iOS to do that, because it's just SysEx messages. Why you just not create a library and do the same? And that's probably not such a big of a task to do. Just some simple interface with buttons, and that's it.
Pretty mysterious. Well, now you have.
Exactly. So yeah, if we'll go back here to this page, as I described, I can sample myself, and I can change now, because there is another amazing feature which I already described, like save parameters to a slot. So if I will go to my keyboard preset page, it's not fulfilled yet. It's still in kind of development, because my primary stuff was firstly looping section, then effects section, and then presets. So what it's doing, let's do it like that. Each of this containing like parameters for a different preset inside SampleWiz. Why I did this? Because if you record one single sample in sampler, for example, in SampleWiz, and then you want to record something else to have a different sound, probably, like with a higher chance, if you're doing this with your vocals, it will be out of tune. It could be out of tune by one semitone or by like a half an octave. Depends, but it's like really high chance that it will be out of tune. So why I did this? Now I can record one single sample here, but I can change the sound by switching these parameters saved into each of these buttons. So right now I have something like that, but and it's still the same sample I recorded before, and I can change to something else. And then so on and so on. For example, let's go to slide bass. So it's like having this like vroom, vroom. I can go octave lower, for example. And then I can change different effects here. Maybe another one. And yeah, by that I'm keeping the same sample, but changing the preset, around this sample.
Yeah.
I had actually a discussion with another developer. I don't remember his name, but he's making Wave Cloud synthesizer, Pocket Effects, I think. His company name. He did a kind of similar synthesizer through sampler to SampleWiz, and before you introduce this feature, I asked him, "Can you please have a feature where you're changing the preset, but you keep the same sample?" And he did it. It actually works great. I just not used to his plugin, and after you introduce this, save slots for parameters, I'm like, yeah, well, I will just use that because it's way more convenient to me. Right. Because first of all, I got used to SampleWiz, and then I just program everything inside Loopy Pro with the widgets. So yeah, that's how I record samples. Of course, samples will vary from from different effects. So if I will switch to bass channel, so if I record whistle, and then I can enable ARP. Something random, I don't know. So yeah, it gives an idea of different variations which you can feed into samplers and play it with different effects, and it's just one single plugin. And then I can go lower. And then if I will change these presets,
Cool.
Yeah, thanks. That's another part of how I record stuff here. So basically, I'm doing random stuff, and then I'm just, oh, cool. Let's have fun with it, and then we can go to effects page. That's where I'm thinking I need, I don't know, third iPad or whatever. I don't know.
Why 3? Why stop at 3?
Yeah, maybe 4. I don't know, maybe 5. So what I have here, let's see. Just drums and bass, right? Yeah, some random beat. So it's playing there, and different. So if you look at like that, I have A, B, C, D, F. So each column is a certain channel. As you can see, the most developed one is a bass line, and I can tell, well, there's not much elements in the drum channel, but it's also the most developed one. So let's go step by step. Let's go with drums. I will just mute the bass line. I can make drums hot, not so hot. Make some kind of beat reduction, stereo, make it like a more in stereo field. Reverb. Then I have a button called mini beat, which makes it like a tiny beat. I just listen. And it's not working, of course, for some reason. That's always like that. Granulizer is, yeah, it's supposed to be working. Ah, okay. Yeah. So it's making like a rough chop of the drums, right? Then the snare channel, I can make snare wider. And it's like a wet reverb, but with a very short tail, making it like a more stereo expanded, like in a stereo field. But if I will use this XY part, go up, I can like make it like a really lush reverbs with that. And the cool part about it, is it ascending? Wait. No, not this one. I think this one. Yeah. I have these wide MIDI clips here, so I can give live automation to my clips, and they can do something while I'm not doing anything.
Ah, cool. So you can record all the movements on these.
Yeah. And then, for example, I want to switch a preset for this sound, and it's still triggering this widget, but with different presets. And it's already given like, these tiny things with movement really altering the sound you hear in the composition or the groove. And it's always great to have something like that. And then there is let's turn on, let's say, these hi-hats. This is my hi-hat channel here. Of course, I can filter them. Oh, by the way, filters. Yeah, I forgot to talk about filters. All these XY pads are filters. And in one XY pad, I combined low pass, band pass, and high pass. And it's only with one plugin, your native band pass filter. So I will explain you how it works. If we go here, it's I think I should just open the plugin window here. Let's say this one. So when it's down on the right side of a XY pad, it's doing nothing. If I will move up, it's making it high pass. Down, nothing. Moving left, still nothing. Now when it's further left, it's making it low pass. And if I will move it up on left side, it's like completely low pass. And if I will move it on top, it will be a band pass filter.
Oh, cool.
So it's just one plugin, making it like very versatile. And it's just one XY pad making 3 types of filters just in one small screen section. I think it's amazing.
That's very efficient. Nice.
Yeah. And they are all the same across all the channels. And I have this white one called master, which changing all of them at once. So if I want high pass everything, I will just use this one, for example, and so on. Okay, let's get back to the hi-hat channel.
Can you show us how those sound?
Yeah. Let's turn on bass so small this. And then on the master channel, yeah, that's basic filter.
Can you record that and automate it as well?
Not yet, but yes, I want to do that. It's,
cool.
Because I still thinking what I really want to automate, but filter is 100%. I want to do that because filter is, I think, very useful. So in hi-hats, I have this also preset selector, XY pad, selecting presets in U cover. It's a delay, and selecting presets in perforator. It's slicer stutter kind of effect, and I have my presets there. So, because multi-tap delay can act as a groove, I can give variation to my existing groove by changing the, for example, delay preset. So let's. I think I will disable right now this. Right, but then to alter existing groove of delay, I also can apply a stutter, which is this one. Right, it's giving some kind of movement, but then there's another one called choke. That's kind of cool one because I think I will show you on which channel, on the hi-hat channel. Here it is. This is a Flux Mini plugin. It's very simple, basically giving you option to make some kind of LFOs, like curves. And I have this choke one, it's like basically 1, 2, 3 of them this, and this, changing the curve here and changing the middle point of where the sound starts. So it's basically choking the sound. So if there is a lot of open hi-hats or something like really long-tailed, it's making it snappy. Right, and then I can change the position of the top marker, and it's more like rising sound, like with a tag. Then the middle, even more rising, like. And this is like basically reversed curve sound is always like rising. And then the cool part of it, because about it, you can combine this with this. And I can choke also my snare channel. And I can warm up the delay effect on the hi-hat.
So much fun.
Yeah, you can see you can change so many things there with such low effort, and the sound changing very kind of drastically, I can say. So that was like my goal to make it like sound funny. And then the same thing is happening here on the bass channel. For example, I have this where is it here? Whoops, here. Another Flux Mini, but it's different setup with two XY pads, because I was thinking like, okay, I want to have ability for drums. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, or like main divisions is acceptable only to have because it's just drums. But with bass, let's say, with XY pad, I can create a stutter like that. I'll just disable this. Or like that, or I can change the speed. So it's like also giving like variation in some kind of stutter effect. And if you combine this with, let's say, I mean, it sounds not so good right now because it's just an example, but it's just giving an idea how to tweak the stuff.
And create so much movement and variation with it. Yeah, it looks really fun.
Yeah. That's also here recording the movement of these clips. If I will raise it and just play it alone.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and of course you can select the length of your clip and how many elements you record. But as you can see, this optimization clip is already like having so much stuff happening there. Yeah. And yeah, it's coming to second page, not second, third page, I think. I also have prepared some of that. This is basically a quick launching system for different styles. So let's say if I will wipe everything. If I'll go 174 for drum and bass and go to this page, I can start the clock and I say I want the bass line. Then I say I want some percussion. Then I say I want some drums. I forgot I choked it.
Oh yeah.
and you can play it. I made it specifically for my videos for where I meet strangers and sample them in Omegle and like a chat roulette.
Yeah, I've been enjoying those.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. So I was thinking like, because the interaction with people is such short amount of time, I even don't have time to make a samples to play it live for them, because it will be like 30 seconds and they probably will skip me. And I came up with this, that okay, if I need to fire something really quickly, I have my bass channel, I have my percussion channel, and I have my drums, and it's divided by genres. So let's say I will go 120 BPM and go back to this page. I can say 4x4 rhythm. Well, I will stop this. Some strange beat, but whatever. And I can fire something quickly. And I have on first page, I have the same dials as on this. So they basically doing the same. I can change. And like really quickly change stuff to fit some vibe or genre, or maybe, you know, if someone not enjoying something, I can quickly, like in a snap of a finger, change the style completely.
Wow. So can you show us how that works?
Basically, this is my wait, I will go in a mixer here. So that's my kind of snare. Orange is kind of snare-ish channel with percussion. Red is always kicks. Cyan is always percussions, some sort of these sounds. Blue is some tonal. Purple is bass. And I'm using here only 3 channels. Three. This one is for kicks and snares, orange one. And as you can see here on the bottom of each dial, it says 4x4. That means it's like a classic kind of house style beat. 140 means it's some sort of dubstep-ish trap kind of style. And all of them all three of them having the same naming. So 140 here on orange, 140 here on blue, 140 on cyan, and 140 on purple, making some dirty dubstep stuff. They containing already prepared like stems, and it's not very complicated. I'm just switching stems. I decided to go with these three genres because I think it's the most popular like electronic genres like house, dubstep, trap, funk, and drum and bass. Drum and bass you can flip with low BPM kind of to something hip-hop-ish thingy because the patterns kind of fits it. And then all these channels are going to the same effects I'm having here on this page. And they're controlling all the same stuff. If during this playback I will do like, I don't know, it will be
I like the vocals.
Perfect. It's always happening like that. So what I was about to say, and the kick was so bad.
Yeah, it was good. Say own it.
What I was about to say, that all these channels are the same destination for effects as these channels, so they are like summarized to one channel, which I'm controlling with this second page with effects. Cool
good.
part about it that I'm also utilizing with these buttons save slot parameters for different effects, and it's not developed yet, but I want to make it like for certain parts of the song. Let's say you have a build up, let's say you have like a suspense, let's say you have a drop. I want to make the save slots to acting as the triggers for these certain elements. So let's say I will choose, I don't know, like 140 something. No, 4x4 maybe. Cool. And I'm changing something. Maybe save it to slot 1. It's saved to slot 1. My X, as I told before, always wiping all effects to 0. So now, if I will wipe it, it will come back to previous state. But now I can recall save slot 1, and let's say it is a transition. And I did a double swipe here with the finger because this one is acting as a crash swipe. And it also, if I will swipe it up, it acts as like a shifting audio. I will show on the mixer. Shifting all your sends to a summarized channel with a transit plugin, which make it like a kind of transition. And then you can again do transition here. And I'm planning to make this like dedicated like save slots for different sections of the song. So you can, with a swipe of a finger, you can initiate different states. Probably, I think from my last rehearsals, it's still saved something here. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of drop in different sections. Style,
glorious
style
playground.
Yeah. And I can switch the effects on this send channel here to a different one. So it's kind of like a riser and not riser, crash. Yeah. I
How
still
does it
need
work?
to make it's actually a little bit of actions here.
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a little bit of actions here happening. Most of them is sending stuff to a different bus, like all channels going to a different bus. Then some, what else here? Assigning clip pitch is like selecting different radio widgets, assign band pass EQ. So it's like one single button. I want to make one single button and with this dial to act as a different riser dropper kind of thingy, you know. And it's still not finished yet, but yeah, I'm planning to expand it.
Sure. Yeah. My goodness. What is your process when you're like planning out? You've got in mind a certain feature that you want. What's your process of taking that and trying to figure out how to make it happen?
It's basically trial and error, and it's like, you know, basic sound design concepts. Let's say for basslines is always good to have with some harmonics involved in it. So it's not only like low end, sub bass, but with some harmonics. So you start to think, okay, to add harmonics, I need a saturation plugin. Maybe I need some sort of filtering to have a movement, and then you start to apply it, to try to find which plugin first of all is the best, and which plugin is not taking too much of your CPU.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm running on 42, 45. Yeah, something about that. 42, 45. And it's without sound. Sound is not going through. So when it's starting to sound, then it can go up to 60. And that's why I'm having a cooling system on my iPad. But it's a different story. Regarding approach, it's like, yeah, you're basically trying to apply sound design elements inside the live loop production. That's all what you're doing here. Because it's not very different from, producing music traditional way when you're in a DAW and you're making your bass sound in FET. Same here. You're just making your bass sound in FET. Only thing is, as I told you need to worry about CPU and also screen state. How much space you have. What is the most vital parameter you want to be exposed on your screen? Because when you have so much things happening, like let's say on my template, let's say on my page 1, which is, I think it's cluttered completely. It's, if I will give it to anyone, no one will understand what is going on there. You need to like dissect every element you want to be here, and we want to have quick access, and it's supposed to be efficient. And when you're going to the area where it's so cluttered, it's sometimes hard to memorize where is everything, and smaller buttons, high chance you miss them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to take all these kind of aspects into consideration. That's why I'm also having a second iPad, because I'm like, it's not enough space to me. It's just simply not enough space to me to operate with all of that. Because this section to control my input and output effects for synthesizer, it's just basically not fitting anywhere, because this second page, okay, this page is for controlling already recorded sound, but where I allocated other stuff which I want, for example, to add during my my small performance. So yeah, you need to how to say, juggle.
Yeah.
No? Like,
yeah.
Juggle around with so many variable things, and then you just try. Works, cool. No, well, goodbye.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And how have you found, like the Lego-like nature of Loopy Pro? How does all of that stuff affect your creativity? Like that sort of meta level of creation where you're not just creating the music, you're creating the instrument as well. Like how does that affect you?
It's actually, it's fulfilling my tinkering nature. It's like feeding this monster inside me. When you're sitting there and trying to make, let's say, this button with, oh my god, with this list of actions, right? You need to think through all of them, because you can't put randomly stuff there, and you just constantly, you know what, actually a good point. I'm using Obsidian notebook to have all my notes, my ideas there, and I have a dedicated page where I'm not sitting in Loopy Pro trying to do something. I'm just expressing with words, typing what I want, and then I'm thinking about it like, is it cool? No. Maybe I need to go to find some reference for the sound. Maybe I need to go and find some reference with someone's performance, And I'm like spelling it out in the notebook. And I made enormous page in Obsidian with Kanban. Do you know Kanban style of notes, where it's like collapsing horizontally and vertically with the tick marks? Wait, maybe I can show it to you because I'm screen sharing. Yeah, so this is my progress tracker with stuff I'm making, and you can just collapse it right like that.
Right, yeah.
And then I'm just, okay, I made pad selector, I click a check mark. Cool, it's done. Because otherwise it's really hard to track what you want to do, what you already done, and what you just deleted from your workflow. And as you can see,
your task management system is more organized than mine.
Really? That's crazy. And you just go, sometimes you just spending time to fulfill the notes, what you want. Sometimes you spend time to tick the marks, what you've done. And for example, after you kind of did this spreadsheet management, you just go and rehearse with it and see if it works or not. And then you can change something or not change. It's like, well, why I'm telling you, you are making this app, you're a developer. I'm like
wow.
Developing inside the app you developed. This is like some Inception level.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, you're showing me this thing that you developed on the thing that I developed.
That's crazy.
I wonder what someone will make inside the thing that you've developed that's inside the thing that I've developed.
Oh. I really don't know. I think I showed you the most important parts of my free kind of type of projects. One is compositional looping, which I'm trying to avoid now, then freestyle looping, and then clip launching system for live performance of my album. Yeah, this is two main directions: freestyle looping for me, and the clip launching system, which I not tweaking too much right now because I know it's done, it works, and until I make a new album, I don't think I need to change it. It's just there. So yeah, so primary right now, I'm just working on this kind of setup. Yeah. And I started my content, like entertaining content with strangers, just to practice this freestyle thing. It's the only purpose of that is, of course, to track, to get track attention a bit. but the main goal is to do rehearsals, because this is the best playground. Because I'm having strangers there, I need to impress them quickly with the freestyle. I think this is the greatest stress test for at least for me as an artist, with random people online, just firing stuff. And if they're enjoying it, then it's cool. Well, if not, they just skip me.
That's true. It's also low stakes, but high stress. That's probably just what you need.
Yeah. That's the goal. And it's actually a great option also to test new things, not only to test my skills of live performing, but also to test some things I made in a template, and I can just fire them and then see how people react to it.
Yeah. Actually,
so
battle test it. Can you give us a little demonstration? Pretend that we're doing one of those and show us it.
Wait.
Doesn't have to be live.
Wait. Oh shit! Not like that.
I love it.
You what?
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is the best demo ever.
Perfect.
To be honest, my brain is mush right now already after 2 hours.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough. I can relate to the brain mush.
Yeah. What time is it for you right now?
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even have a clock anywhere. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nearly 10. But I've been on, not only have I been on parenting duty today, but I've been on like going to the homeschool group and being Sage's like social coordinator. And I ran this whole game of like, it's a bit like Dungeons and Dragons for all these kids. And it was full on. Yeah. So
maybe I can ask you some questions.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've got some more for you as well, but
okay, cool. I was like, I saw your there was a post on Instagram, people being asked what is the question to you, but I already wrote it on Instagram. I was about like, what was I think the biggest hurdle when you've been making the Loopy Pro, because you've been on so many years on it, and it's like you actually recently posted it was like 10 years ago, and I before you did this post, I went to your channel like back in the days and just watched all your old videos.
Oh, cool.
It seems to me like it's been so long you making this, like
so long.
Yeah, how you came up with that, and what was the biggest hurdle on this journey?
I think the biggest hurdle wasn't so much related to Loopy Pro, but it was becoming a parent, because it's such a time suck. Yeah, I mean, my kid's lovely, but he's autistic, and it's been a trial by fire, you know.
Yeah, and, I can imagine.
Yeah, and it's, you know, we've become homeschoolers because mainstream school just doesn't fit, and so, you know, the amount of time and energy that I have to put towards Loopy Pro is like, it's like squeezing through the, I don't know, tiny little, like I've got all of these ideas and I've got to fit them into this tiny little hole. And that's been really hard. But I think aside from that, like the really tricky thing is just making everything work beautifully across everything. Because like I've never done anything that's this deep. That you can use it, like you've just made an app within an app, right? That's what this is.
Kinda.
And so like anything that I do, all of these systems that people have made on it have to work beautifully every time. Like people are depending on it. And so like juggling all of those plates, it's so hard. That's why Loopy Pro 2 took so long, because I think it was like 9 months solid of just doing QA,
I felt like it was a year or something.
Oh, yeah. But just 9 months of that wasn't even making anything new. It was just like making everything work.
Yeah.
Across all of the things. Yeah, it was wild.
Well, it worth the time because Loopy Pro 2 is insane. It's like almost like completely new app, I must say. Like, because it's like day and night what was version 1 and version 2. Like version 2 is like, you know, somewhere in another galaxy. Like a huge leap. it's crazy what you've done there, and it's very fascinating because you're only one who's doing that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
insane.
I am at least on the tools, but like you and the other people in the beta testing group, like you guys do so much because you do so much like testing down to the tiniest granular level and write these amazing reports if there's anything wrong that allow me to go in and fix stuff. So, I have a team
and so
around
many
me.
feature requests as well.
Yep. So many. Yeah. I'm the only one like on the tools, but I feel like we've got this great team around me that are providing this wealth of ideas and inspiration, and also, like acting like a safety net, knowing when I break stuff.
Yeah.
That's been amazing.
I've been on Loopy Discord. Oh, sorry, not Discord. Loopy Slack since like the launch, and I can tell. Like, I already know some people very close, but I never spoke with them.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, and I often feel like our beta testing group is like almost like an office. It's like like we're a team. Yeah, it's fun.
Exactly.
I don't feel like I'm doing this on my own, which is great.
Yeah, that's actually so true. Yeah, because basically, like there is 200 or like 150 people, and like there is maybe 15 very active. It's like actually a proper team.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, sometimes I think like everyone should be on the payroll. Not that I have enough for a payroll, but if I did, it would be they're just such. It's so valuable having those people around me. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, back to you. I want to know. You've just replaced your cooling rig. Can you talk about what strategies that you have for keeping everything working, keeping it reliable, and if you've had any troubles along the way that you've managed to solve?
Yeah, right. So one day I learned a lesson. It was so on the right side I have an iPad M1. This one on the left side, iPad M4. So M1 was my primary before I got the second one, and I was using it as a compositional looping tool. And one day I've been in France in some event, and it was a small club. The AC wasn't working there, and I think it was my second or first performance with Loopy Pro ever.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. And I came to the stage and started to perform. I feel I'm sweating because it's like packed with people. It's hot. And then I look at my CPU and it's like 80. I'm like, whoa.
No.
When I'm in my home environment, it's like maybe 60, 55, something like that. Doable. Okay. I'm like, oh man, this is bad. And the like 5 seconds after I notice this CPU, it starts to crash like. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do now? And I'm like, it's bad. And I'm like, I'm pausing my performance. I'm saying, sorry, it's not working correctly. I'm restarting Loopy, switching to another song, which I know not so CPU intensive. Somehow I managed it, but definitely I didn't play as much tracks as I wanted, because a lot of my tracks were like quite heavy CPU intensive. And I'm like, okay, I need to discover something how to cool my stuff, because the main problem there is thermal throttling on iPad, because it doesn't have any cooling system, only like the own case, which made of aluminium. It's kind of cool, yeah. It's dissipating heating, but still not
in
very
a hot
efficient.
French club.
Yeah, exactly. And I was trying to do my research about that. I saw some pilots are using iPads for navigating when they're steering the airplane, and they have some sort of cooling cases, but they cost the amount of iPad actually, like almost equal, like something like 700, 500, something like that euros. And like, I'm not doing that. And
sounds like the Apple tax.
Yes. And then I'm like, went to something DIY. I bought thermal pads, like sticky one, attached some random radiator, like a big one. It was okay-ish, but it was not very user-friendly, because if I will go to perform somewhere, I need to unstick it and stick it, and it's like a mess, because it's like a kind of gooey thermal paste. I'm like, no, that's not working. And then I went to AliExpress to explore some Chinese technologies. And I found this, I think I can hand out here and hover over to the camera. Can you see it now?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, RGB LEDs too.
I hate it. I hate it because it's RGB, but it works. And to my surprise, it works very efficiently. When I measured the temperature of the surface, there is a magnetic plate which stick to iPad. It was showing, I was shocked, 0.5 degrees Celsius.
What?
0.5. And I'm like, what? I'm like, is it for real? And I sticked it to my iPad, and it actually works, and very good. But there is a massive flaw in it. I'm having the second one of this cooler. After a year of usage, there is a switch, physical switch on this core. Switch just broke. It's just not working anymore. And I'm like, damn, that's not reliable. I need something reliable. I went to Amazon. I found solution from Noctua. This is like very famous cooling system company from Germany. I think from Germany, making these very reliable coolers, like vents for your PC and like custom builds. And they have the power brick, which you can plug in your wall socket, and then you can connect a PC cooler to it, and it just works. And then there is a potentiometer which you can rotate and adjust the speed of the fan. And I bought like a proper CPU cooling system with heat dissipation chamber cooler on top of it. I hooked it to this power brick, and to my surprise, it was showing only 20 degrees. Plus 20. I'm like, what is going on? It's not supposed to be like that. Because if you use it in a regular, PC case with a regular CPU, the CPU can go up to 100 degrees, and maybe sometimes even more. So it's not very reliable. I'm like, damn, should I buy another one Chinese? And I was like, well, yeah, I guess so, because yes, it could break with this tiny switch. But it's very cold, and I can use it, and it's very convenient because it's like, it's on a magnet. I can just detach it, attach it, and it's just there doing its job, and I don't need to worry about some random glue, like thermal glue, thermal sticky pads, or something like that. So this solves thermal throttling really, really well. And I know for the fact that if I'm going somewhere to perform, I never leave home without this CPU, like a Chinese cooler, because without it, it's just a ticket to some nightmare trip, and I don't want to do that.
That's a good discovery.
And basically it solves really a lot of problems. I know for the fact if I will remove this cooler right now on my template, my CPU can go plus 20%.
Wow.
Easily. Yeah. So that's like unavoidable. It's just must be there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And of course, you need to keep an eye on the plugins, how much CPU they use, because some plugins, for example, there is one plugin I remember called Isotope Trash. It's a really cool distortion with wavetables and cool like XY pads. You can create, I think you also can load IR response files there. So cool. But if you load it, 50% or like 40% of your CPU just gone.
Oof.
for one single plugin. And I'm like,
Wow.
No, man, that's not happening. I'm not using this stuff.
Yeah,
Despite
that's a
it's
bit
really
expensive.
cool, but it's expensive. It's cool, but it's also expensive on your CPU. Yeah. So just keep track on this CPU meter. It's actually really handy. It's also I think it's in Loopy 2.0 started to be there. Yeah, it's not like really accurate. Like I don't think it's getting the correct reading from the iPad system itself, but it's still a good reference to like eyeball what is going on there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the CPU monitors on iPads don't really work because it doesn't tell you very much. It gives you a relative idea, but because they scale the CPU, it might actually be doing less work, but because it's doing less work, it scales down the CPU, so it looks like it's doing more. It gives you a higher percentage because it slows it down.
Yeah.
So it's it's not very useful. Absolutely, but relatively it is.
It's a bit useful still. You know that if you're in a territory of where it says 80%, you should be like really alerted about that, because it's a dangerous area.
It is, yeah.
But so basically cooling and CPU management is your go-to stuff on how you maintain everything. And I learned my lesson. You already know this, but for the viewers, always back up your stuff.
Oh yes, backing up is good. I will have a cloud-based backup system in there. Hopefully fairly quickly.
So handy.
I've started building it, but yeah.
So what I've done there to back up my stuff, you have two options. First one, you can create a separate folder on your iPad, which is outside your Loopy app folder, because there was a case with me. I'm not sure what happened, but
it was the testing system that did it.
Yes,
which fortunately most people won't have to deal with, but the likes of you,
Yeah, well, you never know how it turned out. Always better to have backups. So in my case, I haven't used, I think, Loopy for 3-4 months for some extensive period, because I was busy with album on other stuff, had no time to work on it. And an iPad was just, because I have two iPads. One iPad was just laying down on my table, and one was just, for watching YouTube. And after this time I come back and I'm seeing nothing is there. I'm like, what is going on?
This is not okay.
Yeah, this is not okay. Fortunately, I did some backups on a separate folder, but it was not full backup of my stuff. And it was wiped. And I lost a lot of things there. So make a backups. First option, separate folder. Another option, I'm making it. I'm having it right now for myself, is I have a shared network on my Wi-Fi router, and I created a shortcut. I think I can minimize this and show you. I have this shortcut called PC. This shortcut backups all my Loopy Pro folders, everything, over my Wi-Fi network to my local drive, which my computer connected is. And iCloud is backing up to my iCloud if I need. So usually when I'm spending time, tweaking, changing, doing whatever, after a session, I just do a local backup to my drive on my computer via Wi-Fi network. And it's actually very easy to do. You just make one folder on your computer shareable for a network, because you have same Wi-Fi. You go on your iPad and you saying copy this folder to this folder which is on the network, and it will just copy over your Wi-Fi. And you can do the same way as I did, so you not going each time selecting, deselecting like folders. You create an iPad in action. There is the option to create a shortcut, which like zip your folder, send over Wi-Fi, and it's doing not only for my main project, it's also backing up presets folder from Loopy on a separate zip file samples on a separate zip file, and templates like a actual project from Loopy Pro on a separate zip file. So by that, if even something got corrupted, it's not all gone, you know. And I'm doing this multiple times. It's like just stacking version on version, and it's just rolling. I'm not never wiping previous version. I just uploading a new one. So it's like, I know by the fact that if something happens, if my zip archive somehow broken, if Loopy Pro wiped, if my iPad been stolen or something, I know that I can go back in history on my local drive. It's not dependent on the cloud, and I can recover everything if I need, you know. So
that's good. That makes me feel
safety measure. Yeah, that's the safety measure I think everyone should consider when you like rely so heavily on something like that. So you should store your projects like in some safe space, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, while we're talking about advice, do you have any advice for people who are just beginning their live looping journey now with Loopy Pro or otherwise?
Yeah, I would suggest you start looping with Loopy straight without, for example, touching any hardware, because you will learn about looping way more. Even with a poor setup with, you know, minimum of plugins, you will learn about looping way more with Loopy Pro, because a lot of features are not present in a 505, let's say, or any other loopers there. You can't have such flexible controls, and when you have, you know, such flexible controls, you can have the simplest project ever in your life, just like a default when you start your Loopy Pro, and it's like I think 8 or 10 donuts, or it could be something like that. You can track your progress easily. You start with a simple setup, you get around it, and you go deeper, and by the end, like when you have like something I'm having here, you already will learn a lot of sound design. You will learn about different concepts with looping, where it's like retrospective for looping, or like regular looping with limitation, without limitations, grooves, double speeds, you know, half time. It's always great to have huge headroom to study. I know limitations can give you creative boost, but when you reach into a certain point, it's not limitations to give you a boost, it's just limitations to limit you already your knowledge. That's why I switched from 505 to Loopy Pro, because I felt I just already surpassed this, you know, amount of knowledge or level of knowledge, which is not inspiring me anymore to use 505. You know, I want just more. So I think, yeah, just, you know, if you even have an iPhone as your phone, you just can go and study it, and it's simple. You have trial periods there, you don't need even to pay it. So yeah. I think
I know lots of people who use their iPhone for performing. They don't even use an iPad.
Yeah, I saw it as well, and it's like really insane to me. Like back in the days, I'm carrying Pelican case with 10 kilos, 20 kilos of stuff, and
a flying Pelican case.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy pulling out his iPhone, connecting Type-C cable with a USB hub, and he good to go.
Yeah, it's contrast.
And the most important, sound quality is not worse, even better. Well, of course, it depends on your audio interface, but most audio interfaces are sounding in 2025 better than Boss RC505, but it's a fact. Like even the cheapest Moto interface, like M2, sounding better than 505. And it's like, what, 140 euros or something, not very expensive. So, and you can attach as many things as you want, as I'm having here, second iPad, keyboard, MIDI controller, whatever, or you can just use screen. So it's like, you know, it's giving you freedom of on what you can do, and also on your capabilities. It depends on your capabilities. Could be simple, could be complicated. It's up to you. So that's why I'm thinking, like, if you start looping, just go with Loopy Pro.
Nice. That's great. Well, I have a final lightning round of questions which I'd like to ask
All
you.
right. All right.
The first is, what are your favorite effect plugins?
Wow. This is a complicated question.
Yeah, I know.
Damn. Well, I would say my favorite plugin. I think, okay, I will give you two plugins. First one is, I already showed, is SampleWiz. It's not technically effect, but it could be loaded as effect unit, and you can record sound in it, and it's effect.
Yeah, we can count it.
Yeah. Because it's versatile, it's having ADSR, different filters, modulation, motion controls, effects, delay, reverb, and it's kind of user-friendly, not very straightforward sometimes, and also CPU friendly, so it's good to go. But my recent discovery was actually, if you go and look on my screen here, there's not so many effects happening, right? But there's one effect, it's Mela, and if you go inside Mela, it's basically Bitwig device panel or Ableton device panel, where you can stock different stuff. And oh my God, I'm having so many effects here, so many macros, so many different parameters, and it's taking almost nothing from my CPU, and that's insane. The most, not the most, but the coolest part about it, that if I create, I actually don't know, probably you know the answer on this question. So let's go to this clean page, and I will create a widget here. I tap on it, and on release, I want to change parameter of an effect, right? And then I go to, I missed. And I go to a Mela. This is the only one plugin which divides its parameter by these sections. I never seen this before.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's like that, but
It's
the cool
nice.
part, yeah, if you create some macro parameter inside Mela, it will automatically create a section in these mappable parameters. So it's automatically exposing parameters to Loopy Pro, and you don't need to spend too much time to figure out what is what, because also it's keeping the names. I'm having here like macro, it's on a vertical, M decimate, and I know by a fact, if I renamed it here to M decimate, I will go to the widget, and I will find this parameter M decimate, and I will be able to attach like different controls to it.
That's very nice
So
engineering.
I think the Mela is the best, because you can create so many stuff in it. You can create multi-channel audio routing. You can create multi-band compression, multi-layered effects, risers, drum processors, compressors, reverbs, delays, and you can have like infinite amount of lines here, and it's like stackable on each other. You can have different routing options. You can create different skin settings for different instances. So I think, Mela is my favorite right now.
That's amazing.
It's sounding clean, very efficient on CPU, and if you go here, I will minimize all this stuff here. And if we go here, audio processors, you have like everything you can imagine. Like, I don't know what you can imagine more, but with all this stuff, if you will, apply creative thinking about sound design, all this is just, it's basically Ableton rig, device manager inside Loopy Pro. And cool fact that it's just taking one icon on your mixer, but inside this icon, you already have so much stuff. So it's also saving the space on your screen. I was thinking like, between Mela and Drambu, because Drambu is also kind of similar concept, a bit different. But Drambu, to my I was so sad about it because Drambu is not exposing parameters, and I need to map everything via MIDI, which is annoying. I need to create a template. Yeah, I need to create a chain. Then I need to assign MIDI to this chain. No, I need to create a widget with MIDI. Then I need to go inside Drambu and say which parameters is MIDI changing. And it's like 10 times more time than just go in Mela and do it. Because some blocks inside Drambu is really great. I wish they were in Mela. But the flexibility and accessibility of Mela, like outperforming for me Drambu. So yeah, I think this is the best plugin you can get.
It looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well done.
And that actually is not only a effect, it also could be a synthesizer, because there is oscillators, you can build synth, you can build effect. It's like a playground where you can make whatever you want.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good pick. All right, well, moving away from the iPad, do you have a favorite piece of gear?
Yeah, it's a right touch.
Cool. It does look really amazing.
Yeah, they have a version 2. It's even better with different surface. But the cool part that is fully customizable. I can arrange everything. Wait, I need to maybe shift it a bit. I can arrange any layout I want. It's very responsive. It's having a really good visual feedback. Very quick. Yeah. The surface is very, how to say this, pleasant to touch. It's like, I feel it's like, I don't know really how to describe this, but it's very tactile. And I can apply high pressure, low pressure. Right now, velocity is turned off on a Koala because I don't use it, but you can apply velocity. And it could be whatever. It could be like, one single big button which you press like that, if you want.
The Vuvuzela button. Yeah.
yeah. It could be XY pads. There is XY pads. There is a companion application. Yeah, companion application where you can rearrange stuff, different CC messages, different layouts. I just use it as a drum pad right now because, for XY pads I have touch screens. But for drum pads, it's really cool. It's actually meant to be used like horizontally, but I think this orientation is quite fine because it's like more compact. I don't have too much space here. So I would say, right touch is my favorite piece of equipment. Well, I will mention, if you're still using 505 and you want to get a second device to use with it, I would recommend you to get a 1010 Music Black Box. This is the sampler I told you in the beginning, like a Koala, but in a hardware, because you can sample voice, you can sample sounds, you can sample drums, and with the 505, if you're using it, you can create a loop back where you can record your own samples with effects from a 505 to the sampler and send it back to your loop station. And many people using loop station, they making these tunes with vocoder built inside 505, but they don't have ability to sequence their live samples. They always need to sample and play back their samples, like from voice, live. But with Black Box, it's a new world. If you have a Black Box, probably your drums will be outstanding from any other looping beatbox artist. So yeah, I think Black Box will take a second place. Despite I'm not using it anymore, I still really love it because I was enjoying it so much of using it.
Oh, yeah. What is the smallest change that you've made to your setup that's made the biggest difference to you?
I think keyboard, Lumi Keys. Yeah, because I was missing keys. I was missing keys, and I was like, I have an option on the right touch to set up a keyboard, but then I need to switch somehow between keyboard or between drum pads. And if I want to do that, I was, I'm not able to do so because one page here, another page is not available. So I think, I think I assembled for myself the perfect setup. I've been chasing, perfect setup, like building different stuff, as I told, like different devices for many years. And right now, I think I just don't think about that I need to buy something else or change something or try something. I know by fact that all of that covering any desire, any needs from me. So I think this is the perfect setup. 2 Lumi Keys, right touch, 2 iPads, audio interface, good mic. That's it. I just don't imagine what I need more because I have so much stuff inside Loopy Pro. Basically eliminates other stuff.
We've cured your gear acquisition syndrome. Oh no!
Well, I don't know. Maybe one day Loopy Pro will be in an open beta in Mac. Maybe that's the next step. But still,
sooner than you might think.
Yeah, but still, if I will have a MacBook, I will still use the same stuff, but just the brain of the setup will be MacBook. I will still use 2 iPads to control stuff, keys for melodies, and the right for drums. So I don't need to change anything.
Yeah. What is your favorite Loopy Pro feature?
Retrospective recording. Just straight retrospective recording. Yeah. It's, I think, the best one, the most important one to study, and the most efficient to make your looping set very fluent and, interesting, I must say.
Yeah. Great. Cool. Do you have any new projects in the works that you can tell us about? You mentioned you're working on a new album.
Yeah, I started to work like really slowly. Usually the album work for me is flying in dreams and like somewhere in thoughts how I need to determine, like I need to picture it, what I want to do. And I already made one song just as a sketch idea on which direction I want to go. But it's like it's a creative process and it's taking time because each time I'm making an album, first one was Keep It Strange, was okayish. It was the songs I used for the battles. Then second one was remade where I tried to convert beatboxers back to music because usually beatboxers copy music, and I decided to make it opposite. It's called remade. And the third one, Voice Source, was kind of refinement of my style back in the days from 2019. And the fourth one, I want to take a bit different approach, and I want to experiment more with, I don't know, not sound design. Sound design is not important, but general aesthetic of the sound, because I'm in a creative process to find the sound which I want to use, and I'm referring to my kids era, like, this term Y2K is like old kind of fruity gear era. This is design style from Windows Vista, or back in the days when Mac OS was like kind of glassy, something like that. And this type of music, I don't know, resonates with me recently. Not music, like aesthetics. And I want to combine these aesthetics, which resonates with me, with modern sounding. And I'm right now in the creative process to find this sound. And it's not necessary that I will be using beatbox or vocals. I will use everything I can use. So it's on work right now. I'm also made I just started. It's not like fully working, but music label where I want to gather looping artists, looping beatboxers, because I find that not many looping beatboxers are focused on making music. They're more focused on from my point of view, they're more focused on making rounds for the battles. And I think it's cool. Sometimes it's really cool to go on a battle, but I don't think it should be a primary goal when you're making art and when you're making music to battle someone, because it's art. It's supposed to express yourself, to deliver some emotions to listener. So yeah, that's why I decided to offer like a label service where I'm like a producer, making mixing, mastering, helping with arrangement, some mentoring, guiding what is good, what is not, like something like that. And yeah, I also work as an audio engineer in Swiss Beatbox. And for now, it's I think all my projects. I'm also studying Unreal Engine to make some cool videos, and now I actually shifted a bit to AI stuff because I want to incorporate this like a video production to make a new music video with AI stuff.
Cool.
Still need to figure it out how to use, like, in combination with Unreal Engine and AI stuff and my real person, how to compose this. But I'm not in a rush for that. I just taking my time to refine it, and to refine all of these kind of side projects and make them sound great and look great.
That sounds fun.
It is. After I've been stressed so much with battles, I've been stressed with immigration. I told you this story. I just start to feel, if I'm not having fun with something, I just shouldn't be bothered with it, because only one thing I have is to entertain myself, and I should have fun, because otherwise it's just digging yourself under different circumstances. And for example, I know that I'm represented as a kind of geek person in the Loop Station Beatbox community, and it's chasing me, and sometimes it's restricting me to have some fun. I know for the fact that people watching my videos with content where I'm recording people on Omegle chat roulette is cringy. I know that, but I'm having fun with it, and that's okay. I just have fun. If you're enjoying this and also having fun, that's cool. If not, well, it's not. It's a part of my creative tinkering. I am trying something. I'm having fun with it. If it's good, I'm keeping with it. If it's not, well, I'll just move on.
That's a great policy. I mean, I think there's an argument to be made. That's why we're here too, to have fun. So
Yeah.
if you're not having fun, you're probably doing it wrong. Where can people find you online to follow what you're doing?
Basically it's YouTube. It's called Inkie Music _Inkie Music. Instagram, inkie.beatbox. TikTok, music.inkie. That's my primary social media. I'm not very active actually on social media because I also find it very toxic and distracting from creative flow. It's just too much. I'm just scheduling posts on Instagram and I'm actually never going to watch them.
I think it's very healthy.
Yeah, maybe once a week I'm just scrolling, going, yeah, cool. But then I'm just close it. And if you go on my phone, my screen time on Instagram, like 5 minutes a week or so.
Oh, good on you. That's admirable.
But still, if there is a message or someone texting me, of course I'm getting notifications. Sometimes I'm texting with my fans, quite often, because of my geek nature in Loop Station. I'm chased with different questions: how to connect stuff, how to disconnect stuff, how to make this, that, and that happen. Sometimes I'm answering, sometimes I'm not. Depends on the mood. I'm not tech support. I'm sorry.
Oh, why not?
Well, if you pay me money, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Well, Inkie, it's been so great chatting with you. It's so funny because we've known each other for years, and yet this is actually the first time we've talked.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's fascinating.
That's what the modern world is like, I guess. But yeah, it's been so wonderful seeing how you do everything. And yeah, thank you also for all of your support over the years, like helping build this thing too.
Yeah, appreciate you're making, feature requests fulfilled for us. That's incredible.
I try.
And I mean, in general, you made this app, which is incredible, which changed I think it's like on the same level as Serum changed music production for producers. I think this is on the same level for live looping, and as well music production. Loopy Pro on the same level, I think, of being legendary.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's so great to hear. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what you create next. And yeah.
Yeah. Hope to speak soon.
Thank you. Good on you.
Wish you a good day. And wish good luck for everyone who will start with Loopy Pro. It's an amazing app. You should try it.
Thank you.